Hey again folks, so final video for tonight. I know we faced some challenges in demonstrating the multi-file chat to you all, so just wanted to do that quickly here. I've got a couple of PDFs, just going to upload these PDFs to my personal collection and we'll see the modal appear and the upload complete. So obviously in the background we're doing some chunking of these files and we're essentially still processing them. So one of the things we need to do is make sure that that processing is visible in this area. If you've got any other thoughts as to how you'd like that to happen, maybe in a more asynchronous fashion, perhaps with toasts or other areas of the UI, I'd love to hear your thinking on that. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, what are the key differences between the UN and BCS position. So BCS is an institute in the UK over here that created a white paper on AI. I'm just going to say documents. So we can see here it's taking both of those files and comparing both of those files and giving me a nice summary of the difference between each, which is great. I can then go in and say, what is the title of the UN document? And I can see here that it's correctly picked up the governance of AI for humanity. And I can confirm that that is absolutely the title of this white paper. And then I can go in and say, what is the title of the BCS document? And I can see here it's helping AI grow up without pressing pause. Wonderful. So absolutely those are the titles of these documents. And you can see that the name has now been updated, which is great. So clearly differs from the original file name when the file was uploaded. I've got a final document here that is from a department called CSET. So I'm going to just upload that here. And we should see that that will have uploaded. See assets, there we go. So we can see the CSET document in place here. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to go back into my chat and say, so what are the key differences between CSET, BCS and UN positions? And we can see here, it's now going to give me a very similar response as to what it did before, but it's also going to include the CSET document that I've just added into the collection, which is wonderful. And what I'm going to do once this completes is again, just ask, what is the title of the CSET document? And then we can go, white paper on trustworthy artificial intelligence. So there we go, fantastic. So we have the multi-file chat. So one of the things that certainly came up as part of our discussions is, how do I know which knowledge is in scope of this particular chat? So obviously in the original production build that we have at this moment in time, you have the knowledge panel on the right hand side and you're adding knowledge into particular chats. This is somewhat overridden by the collections themselves, because obviously everything that I have within this current collection is within scope of this particular chat because it's housed within that collection. But I do think it's value, or there is value to having some understanding of that whilst you're in a particular chat. So there is thinking perhaps of having another fixed top panel here. So you can see that at the moment the sort of user menu and everything else is fixed to the top. Perhaps having another panel that remains fixed that maintains your current collection, but also maybe gives you some indication as to what's within scope of this particular chat. I'd love your thoughts on this. If you have any ideas as to how we can really reinforce the scope of this particular chat and what's been brought into this particular chat, that'd be fantastic. We're obviously looking at the Storytells that if you're a Gen 1 user, you'll be very familiar with. So there will be the ability at some stage to essentially find where in the document that the particular insights were taken from and refer back to the assets and the knowledge within a particular collection. So thank you so much. Again, thank you so much for your time this week. It's been absolutely fantastic. And I'd love your thoughts on everything that I've shared tonight. So you take care, and if I don't speak to you, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. All the best.